Hey yo, welcome back everybody. And for those of you who are just joining us on this journey, we took this Box Chevy and turned it into this Box Chevy. And if you like to watch zip tie certified mechanics create new things, this is the channel for you. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay everybody, so I had to change it up a bit. I was kind of getting tired of just working on the dash or working on anything on the interior side. So I kind of wanted to make the car just start, like I said on the last video, I wanted to make it look more and more like an actual car. So I started just working on the lights, just getting those nice and cleaned up. I started polishing them up and they came out pretty clean. So some of this stuff I'm gonna be replacing and buying brand new, like this piece right here. I don't know if I'm just gonna fix it or if they sell it brand new. But for everybody out there that's building a Caprice, if you're going to be sticking with some pre-owned parts that you can clean up, definitely subscribe and follow, because eventually I'm going to be like pieces like this. If I don't end up using them, which I know I'm not going to be using these dash speaker covers, I'm just going to be giving them away. Like, you know, first come, first serve. Whoever shoots me the cash for the shipping is going to get them, stuff like that. I mean, I know it's not like big old, you know, expensive things. Definitely if it's a part that somebody can't find. And on these cars, a lot of things don't get repopped, so it'll work out. Somebody will definitely want them. Now all I got to do is find some new screws for these taillights, because I got them mocked up in there, but I still got to put the screws from the top. And I definitely don't want to put the old ones, because they're all old and corroded. Nope, that's not going to work. Man. Get in there. Oh, that's right. I forgot to connect that reverse light. Well, technically, I'm not connecting it on purpose because I'm not going to be running it. Since I'm going to be running a bumper kit, which is, you know, some people call them fifth wheels, booty kits, whatever you want to call them. But I'm going to be using the reverse lights off of that. There we go. Good. So here we are at the box. Everybody knows this box. Everybody has this box. So I'm not going to use anything from here. I just want to kind of use something as a guide just to know how long I'm going to need the pieces. So I could just go to a hardware store and pick one up. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and use this drywall screw just to kind of sort of get the measurement. Looks like it's grabbing a little bit. Yeah, that'll work. Maybe a little bit longer than this. Let's go!
Hey everybody, so we're just gonna take the wife's Batmobile. So now we got that out of the way, one man promised me that he's just taking me to a place where they're gonna polish me and leave me good as new. Hey, wait a minute, this doesn't look like the polisher's house. I don't know, man. This ain't looking good. I don't know. This ain't sounding too good. Wait a minute, what's going on? Why is there a lot of me's right here? What's going on? Why does that one look shiny? What?
Cool, now we're gonna get the 2-inch, get 2 packs of these, and I'm gonna get me a 1-inch. I really wanted 1 3/4, but they don't have that. So we'll just make do with what we got. So we back in the lab, time to cut these open so we can get to work. Right on, perfect fit. Let's do this. Of course, too big. And I'm not going back to the store, that's for sure. You know what we're gonna do right now? Well, it's time to bust out the handy dandy grinder. And these tools right here that we like to call pinzas. Ta-da! All done. All right, so I just shortened these up about 1/4 of an inch. And now I'm just going to go ahead and install them. Now, I know what some of you guys might be thinking. Like, whoa, those threads are going to be jacked up after that. But they're not really going into anything that's threaded. They're just like those little metal clips that kind of just have an opening for screws to go through. All right, now we got the license plate light. The wire. Why is it cut? Oh, that's right. I used to have this LED bar right here, like those little ones used to sell at AutoZone. I'm gonna have to grab an extra pigtail like the corner lights right there. Maybe I'll just clean it up and still install it just so I don't lose it. I mean, even though regardless, I'm probably not even gonna be using this light either because I'm gonna have that bumper kit. So I'll be having a light on the license plate. You know, it's gonna be on there, but still, I guess it's best just to have it on there because you can't even see it. In case I ever wanted to take the bumper kit, I'm gonna have the piece there instead of looking for it all over the place. See, and I knew I had another pigtail right here. No. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is. But you know what? I'm probably just, either way, I'm going to need this one for the bumper kit as well. So I'll just save it. And for those of you who don't know what a bumper kit is, it goes right there. Right on the bumper. And I'm starting to like the way it looks now. Nice and clean with some new screws. All it took was $7. One of the pieces that was really bugging me though is this piece right here. Look, check it out. See how it's all, I mean, it's not corroded. It's just like peeling off, but they don't sell it no more. So I don't know if I'm just going to like put some vinyl right here, up here, or maybe just send it to get re-chrome plated. Now let me just go ahead and get this light right here. So I had polished them up a little bit and painted them. But for some reason or another, I don't know why, but that yellow tape must have been bad or something. It was like, it ended up being like if it was double-sided. And it left it like real bad, like real sticky. It left all the glue still on there. Maybe it's because it was probably sitting out in the sun for a while. But I'm just going to grab some acetone real quick and then just wipe it off with the rag. Now I'm just going to be careful with this to make sure I don't get too close to the edges and start removing any paint. I'm just trying to remove the glue residue. So the acetone was a little too abrasive for it. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw a little more compound on there and just polish them out a little bit. I bet we're ready to go back on. Now just keep in mind that these are the original ones. A lot of the stuff on this car, I'll throw back on there, and with time, you know, as time passes by, I'll order another piece, swap it out, put another one in. You know, that's kind of what I do with all my cars. You know, you don't want to be down just because, you know, you don't have one piece, or, you know, it's not to your expectations. You know, it's like it could roll like that. Later on, I could either find a chrome one or send these out to get chromed. I haven't really looked into these to see if they sell them brand new, but I'm pretty sure they probably sell them brand new. It looks good to me, baby. Yeah. All right, now I'm just going to clean up the passenger side one, get that one installed. And this rear clip and front clip and the mirrors, like pretty much the whole Euro conversion, I ended up picking this up in Pahrump, Nevada for this car. What I ended up doing was I bought the full car, brought it home, swapped everything out, put that car stuff in my car, vice versa, and then sold the other car for the exact same amount that what I bought it for. So, I mean, just a little trick for people out there that you could do that, you know, because there's someone else that's going to want to buy that car. Obviously, I mean, I bought a four-door that had the European front and rear clip, but like when I sold it, the dude didn't even care. You know, he just wanted a car. You know, he wasn't like, hey, you swapped the front end and the back end on this car. He didn't even know they were both white at the time. So that's a good way to, you know, get your conversion done without having to spend any money. And now just to get a little sneak peek, I did get this from my brother. He actually gave it to me for my birthday, and I ended up painting it when I did paint the car. And what it is, it's third brake light. Not sure what kind of car it comes off of. I believe it was like from a Corvette, a 90s Corvette or something like that. They are pretty hard to find, but he had a few of them, and he put one on his car, on his Cadillac, and he asked me if I would ever want to put one. And I wasn't too sure about it at first, but then I was like, you know what, it probably would look nice. So he kind of surprised me and just gifted it to me for my birthday. So let me just go ahead and mock it up and just kind of show you guys what it looks like. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, regardless, I already drilled the holes in the trunk for it, so it's going to go on there. But still, you know, let me know in the comment section what you guys think about it, you know. That way, other people kind of get some feedback. I mean, I know regardless, everyone's going to build their car however they want, but look, check it out. I don't know, you know, like I like it, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I guess it wants to throw me off, but I mean, I know in a convertible, you got to kind of have this, but maybe it's because the car's not completely done yet. Well, I mean, regardless, it's going on there now, but let me know what you guys think. Well, that's it for today's episode, folks. I do want to say I do appreciate everybody that is subscribed. I would appreciate it even more if you would share it with everybody, you know, share it on any social media platforms if you could like, you know, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And thank you for watching.